Senators have now started filing their priority bills even ahead of the 18th Congress,
which will officially convene on July 22. Now, to tell us more about this, we have News 5's Mean Los Baños joining us live from the Senate. Mean, could you tell us who among the senators have already filed their bills, and do they follow some sort of system when it comes to the preferences for the senators who will file?
Yes, Sean Charles, as of this time, there are already 8 senators who were able to file their top 10 priority bills, and they are Senate President Tito Sotto, Senators Ping Lacson, Kiko Pangilinan, Ralph Recto, Pia Cayetano, Nancy Binay, Bong Revilla, and Grace Poe. The filing is still based on seniority, Charles, meaning the Senate leaders are the first to file their priority bills. For example, Senate President Sotto, Senate Majority Leader Mig Zubiri, Senate President Pro Tempore Ralph Recto, and they will be followed by the senators who were able to finish 12 years or 2 terms, or the comebacking senators and up for their 3rd term right now. So, for example, Senators Lito Lapid, Pia Cayetano, and Bong Revilla. And then they will be followed by the senators who won the 2013 elections and are now up for their 2nd term. So, Senators Nancy Binay, Sonny Angara, and Grace Poe. And the last to file, Charles and Sean, are the neophyte senators, or those who won in the recent 2019 elections.
All right, man. So many bills have been filed already, but what I really want to know, and I guess what viewers would also be interested in, is what will be the priority bills? Has Senate President Tito Sotto mentioned anything?
Yes, Sean, actually, it was Senate President Sotto who first filed for today. As of, he filed his top 10 bills at past 8 in the morning, that early. And I have here a copy of some of the priority bills of the Senate President. Let's start with the bill pushing for the conduct of hybrid national, local, and ARMM elections through manual voting and counting at the precinct level and automated transmission and canvassing, and for other purposes. He said in the explanatory note that this would be to actually clarify or to address the issues of irregularities in the 2016 election. Second, Sean, he also filed a bill requiring employers in the private sector to pay 14th month pay. As I read, the coverage of this bill will be for all non-government rank and file employees, regardless of their employment status, designation, and irrespective of the method by their wages are paid, provided that they have worked at least 1 month during the calendar year. So the employees will be very happy if this will be passed by this year. Also, Sotto filed a bill prohibiting the publication and proliferation of false content on the Philippine internet, or the anti-fake news bill. In the declaration of policy, Sean, it is stated here that the state has the right to protect the public from any misleading or false information that is being published and has become prevalent on the internet. And last of, actually there are 10, I just picked up like 4 of them. He also refiled a bill on lowering the minimum age of criminal responsibility, which is an amendment to the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. So in this particular bill, children 9 years old up to 12 years old who will be committing heinous crimes like rape, robbery, murder will be placed in a special facility inside the Bahay Pag-asa called the Intensive Juvenile Intervention and Support Center. Sean, Charles?
All right, speaking of Senate President Tito Sotto, has he actually said anything about furthering the president's legislative agenda? We all know that this 18th Congress is all about the legislative agenda of the Duterte administration. Do we have any updates on that?
Yes, they have yet to meet with the palace officials, of course, with President Duterte, to actually, before they could actually decide on the specific matters on which to include in the legislative agenda of the Senate for the 18th Congress. Remember that what they filed right now are the individual priority bills of the senators. This is not yet the Senate priority agenda for the 18th Congress. They will have to coordinate and consolidate all the bills, because there are bills which will have, I think there are bills which are repetitive in the content, so they will have to consolidate and meet once the session resumes and meet with the palace officials before they could come up with the legislative agenda of the upper chamber for the 18th Congress, Sean.
All right.
You mentioned all of the priority bills of Senate President Tito Soto. Could you tell us what the other senators have filed so far and which among these will be their priority?
I was able to see the list of Senator Angara. 10 priority bills. I got 3 of them, among which is the upgrading of the salary of grade level teachers from 11 to 19. Also a bill on Underprivileged Students Discount Act and increasing the monthly social pension of senior citizens, among others. We were able to interview also Senator Amy Marcos this morning, and she said she will file poverty alleviation bills. And she will also push for legislation for term extension for barangay officials up to 2022. So their election will just coincide with the 2022 national elections. And she will also file a bill, another version of the SOGI bill for the LGBTQ community. Charles, Sean.
All right, thank you very much for all those updates ahead of the 18th Congress. Mean Los Baños reporting to us live from the Senate. Thank you.